Collar Nation, I have an exciting episode for you today because I want to combine old school things with new school tactics. So think this Stanley Cup. My dad was an electrician. He would go to work every single day, hardworking American, and I knew many, many people like this. And they would carry those old green Stanley mugs. Now, you may not have known at the time they were Stanley, but let me show you this. Right there on the right, the thermos, the original thermos, invented back 1913. And then they had a huge reinvention of their own selves, their company, because of something very interesting. So let me click back and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so yesterday I saw this post on LinkedIn from Megan Harris. Great post. I loved it. And she's talking about the $1 million lesson that Stanley learned and they were able to adapt in it. So let me just take you into her post. All right, so Stanley's a 110-year-old company. And in 2019, okay, mind you, 2019, they hit 73 million. Remember that number. We're going to come back to it because it's very important. Now, their primary target audience were working men, blue collar, hardworking nation, blue collar founders, blue collar workers, blue collar craftsmen, right? Who are out going to work every day to keep their selves hydrated or their coffee hot. Because this Stanley invention back in 1913, the founder, it was a patented invention that really changed the game. And I love thinking about it. So those green mugs, I just can remember it so visually as a kid. And then in late 2019, okay, 73 million, remember that. Late 2019, early 2020, a popular blog for women posted about this cup and her audience went crazy over it. Okay, so Stanley had an audience, they had a target audience, but then a new audience unveils itself and says, hey, here we are, and you start to see some popularity growing. Now, as business owners, we have an option. We can say, no, we're going to focus on our avatar, our customer base, and we're going to ignore that noise over here. Or we can say, hey, let's double click into that. So here's what Stanley did. Their new global president, he had a marketing background, decided they should go all in on this new woman audience. Okay, so they said, look, we got a burning fire over here. Let's go fan the flames and see if we can grow this sector. Okay, so they launched a brand new colors, pastels. All right, we all know these boys and girls because these are all over the school system. If you went to any school, everyone, teacher, kid is carrying one of these. We have 3 of these in our house, and our kids carry them around all the time. Boom. So we've all seen this. All right, let's keep reading. They did collabs with influencers. Okay, so now this is important for us blue collar founders. We can look for partnerships with micro influencers who have an audience to get our products out there, right? So there are options. We just got to be really creative and think interesting about how we are getting our brand awareness in front of target audiences. Okay, so they launched new colors, pastels, great. They did collabs with influencers and other popular brands like Starbucks. So they put themselves out there. They took some risk. They teamed up with bigger brands, okay? They created wait lists of thousands of women and sold out after every new launch. That was a little weird. Let me reread that. They created wait lists of thousands of women. So you got demand now, some FOMO, fear of missing out. And they sold out every launch. This year, 2023, they're projected to hit $750 million in sales. That's a 10x factor of growth in a few short years because they decided to go all in on a demographic that it just spread like wildfire. And I talked to so many founders who have businesses that they got their first sale. They don't know how it came, but somebody connected somebody. And there you go. In my first venture, go back to year 3. We had been struggling for a couple of years, couldn't really get the plane off the runway. And we met a gentleman at a trade show who was a sales agent. So we paid him a commission for every sale that he found for us. It was a 10% commission. He introduced us to a client. That client ended up a few months later buying $10 million worth of product from us. Now he made bank, right? The sales commission was astronomical, $1 million. He made bank. He made one introduction. We then had to go and run and grow that, but we took our business from here to here with a new client. And so when I saw this article right here, I just find it to be so incredible how if we're resourceful and we're putting ourselves out there and we're thinking differently and we're open-minded to ideas, that we can create a tsunami effect of growth in areas that we may not have planned for or even expected, but we're open-minded enough to do that. Friends, I think this is super cool. I just hope it was as interesting for you, the story behind this guy, how it took Stanley from 73 million to 750 million in sales, and why you see all of this. And it really made me reflect back to as a kid, just seeing these products everywhere, all over the place. They were, I'm playing with my camera here. They were the staple. And now they're a new staple for a new industry. So blue collar all the way up to new school tools and tactics. And that's what I love to be about. So if we haven't met, my name is Andy Smith. I am a blue collar founder for 15 years now. I've got a portfolio of companies that we're overseeing and growing. And we've got a community for fellow blue collar founders to help grow together. And so if you're interested in that, it's called theblacksmith.com. And here's a little information. I'll show it to you real quick. Okay, so we're reshaping the blue collar industry. That's why I love blue collar so much. So we've got a community set up. And if you're at all interested in this, head on over to theblacksmith.com and you can learn more. And if there's something for you, cool. It's our community. It's our way of giving back. It's our way of helping other founders. One, learn, get connected, grow. We want to grow our businesses. We want to grow ourselves. We want to live our best lives doing it. All right, friends. Thank you for this episode. Thought I'd share it with my tribe. Great job to Megan Harris for a wonderful LinkedIn post that inspired me to make this for you guys. So keep after it, Blue Collar Nation. We're going to win this year.